Hi folks, in this video we'll explain how to do exercise 1.1 in language proof and logic. If you look at the directions, it just says to do the you try it section above, so let's scroll up and see what that says. This is going to be an introduction to the Tarski's World program. They just want you to open the program up and play with it a little bit. So you launch the program and it gives you something like this. If you don't know where to find it, look for the LPL folder inside your programs or applications folder. What we need to do this you try it section is open two things, Wittgenstein's world of Wittgenstein sentences. The shortcut is Command O or Control O to open something. That's very helpful to know. The first time you do it, it sends you somewhere random. This is sending me to some test file I did. What you have to do is navigate to Applications, then find that LPL folder. If I can find mine. Oh, I went past it. Here it is. LPL folder, go in there for the Tarski's World folder, and this is finally where you're going to find the exercises. And at the bottom of this, where W is, here's Wittgenstein's sentences. Let's open that up. You only have to do that navigation once, because now to open up the world, when we hit Command O, it takes us right there. So it'll always take us here from now on. We also need Wittgenstein's world, so I'll open this up too. Now that we've got these two things launched, what we're supposed to do is check the truth values of these sentences. So the next part of the directions says, let's use the verify sentence button to see whether these things are true or false. What it's saying is, check out this sentence number one, large D. This is saying D is large. The verify button they're talking about is up here, the T/F. And if we click this, it verifies that, gives us the truth value of that sentence according to this world. Notice object D over here is a large cube. That's why this is a value of true. C, large. This is going to be false because look at object C here. This is a medium size. So let's click on this one, ask it to verify. See, it is false, just like we thought. Go through all of these sentences is what it's asking you to do. This button here, this verifies all of them at once. I'll show you what it does. If you hit it, see, all of the sentences get verified. I don't recommend doing that because what it wants you to do, I'm going to move something to take those away. Notice they all disappeared because I made a change to the world. So if you make a change to the world, the truth values might have changed and the verification of them all goes away. You're really going to lose the educational opportunity of thinking about whether this is true and then confirming it by checking one at a time. So that's what I recommend doing. There's a couple of things. The book clues you in to pay attention to a few that might be counterintuitive. Notice the back of predicate is one of those things, as well as adjoins and between. So let's just look at those three predicates quickly. Back of. So this sentence says B is in back of A. Here's B up here, or excuse me, B is in back of F. B is up here, F is back there. So I think this should be false. Hey, it is false. But F is in back of B. Now that should be true. So let's evaluate that. That's true. Notice A is over here. So in order for F to be in back of A, it just has to be in some row further behind A's row. It does not have to be in the exact same column as A. That's one of the things the program wanted you to learn. Let's check out adjoins. A adjoins B. A is over here, B is over here. This ought to be false, I think. Aha, it is false. Let's put these blocks next to each other. So now I have A next to B and see if this is true. Ah, it is true. So to join them, they need to be adjacent to each other. Diagonals don't count. Notice if I put up here, it's going to come out false. And the main thing it wants you to learn is, how do I make A adjoin one of these big block objects like D? I'm going to put up here to try to make A adjoins D. Ah, see, it fails. You cannot have any object adjoining any large object. And to graphically help you remember that, see how the large objects all spill over their chessboard square a little bit? That's what's supposed to help remind you of that fact. So adjoins D, whenever D is large, is always going to come out as false. Lastly, how about between? D is between E and F. Let's see. Why is that false? D is not between E and F. In fact, E is between D and F. Notice the letter E is between these two letters, but that's not what this says. Read it in English from left to right as D is between these two things, E and F. So how do we make that true? Let's just move some blocks around. We'll make it true. I'll put this down here, move D over here, put E up here, and now this should come out as true. Okay, great. They can also be on diagonals. So something that's teaching you later on, it's important to realize between can occur on diagonals, but they have to be in the same row column. See, this sort of looks between, but it's not anymore because they're not in the exact same row, so that's false. They have to be in the exact same row, column, or diagonal in order for tweens to come out as true. Okay, good luck.